This week felt like the build up before the end. With every session I got closer to the Paintress, or at least it felt that way. There is a sense that I'm standing on the edge of something big. I feel like the final battle is coming, but the game keeps asking just to do one more thing. It's exciting, and a little frustrating at the same time. The week started in Sirene's area, the ruined Colosseum. She enchanted the group with her song and dance almost instantly. I made it through the area without too much trouble, beat the mini-bosses, in which I was hoping there was only 2, and then attempted Sirene herself. The downside was I ran out of time that evening, but I knew she was beatable. The next session, I beat her first try. This gave me the other part needed for the curator to forge the weapon to break the barrier. From there, I reached the Monolith and attempted to fight the Paintress, and lost. Well, I wouldn't say it was a loss per se, because it led me inside the Monolith. Instead of the final confrontation, I found myself replaying the areas inside the Monolith, almost reliving the game. I moved through its versions of the Flying Waters and then the Redwoods. The areas felt familiar, but slightly different, new colours, small enemy changes. It felt nostalgic in a way. By the end of the week, I had pushed through most of the Monolith, even for a Clair Obscur, which is funny considering it took 81% of the game for me to finally see one. On the note of the 81%, starting that session, I was at 81%. I played for 3.5 hours, still at 85% by the end of it when I checked my PlayStation 5. It was a little frustrating. The enemies in Sirene's area were interesting. They were hard to hit but actually quite weak, especially to fire and ice. I adjusted my team to Monoko, Mael and Sael because my L2 elemental shots made things so much easier. One of the Luminas I was using gave AP on kills, which meant I could continue to shoot them and never end my turn, which made what was difficult to start off with feel quite easy once I'd worked out this system. Later in the week though, Renoir was the opposite. His timing felt brutal. I can never seem to get it down consistently. If he is the boss before the real boss, this was going to be a struggle. The game also seems to be telling me that I'm near the end. XP is being handed out generously, weapons are randomly upgrading. One of Verso's swords jumped from a level 6 to a 15. It feels like the game is saying get ready. Whether I am or not, I don't know. The Monolith is surprisingly emotional. Walking through the versions of the old areas feels nostalgic. I'm seeing how far I've come while still moving forward. That's a strange feeling in a game. At first, I thought these areas were the Paintress's creations, her interpretations of the continent, but seeing Lumiere made it clear, these are memories. The Monolith isn't an invention, it's her recollection of everything. Renoir pleading with Verso not to destroy the Paintress adds another layer. It doesn't feel like simple self-preservation anymore. There's something more there, and I don't fully understand it yet. Also, Renoir's fight music is incredible. 2 moments stuck with me this week. First, beating Sirene exactly how I expected to. That gave me quiet confidence, which it really shouldn't have. Second, that 3.5 hour session, checking my progress at the start of the game and then seeing that it hadn't changed after 81%. I genuinely thought I'd be closer to the end. Instead, the game reminded me that I'm still not in control of anything and I shouldn't expect to be able to finish when I want. I'm excited, I really am. The end feels close. The XP boost, the weapon upgrades and the emotional weight of the Monolith, it all feels like I'm building towards the end. But I'm also frustrated. Renoir is a wall right now, and seeing no visible progress after a long session messed with my expectations. Still, I'm going to see this through. I want to fight the Paintress, I want to understand Renoir, and I want to see what this game has been building towards for the last 80+%. Next week feels like I might actually finish the game, so until next time, we continue.